Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the fourth episode of our spring cleaning event over here. If you don't know what that is, in short, I'm looking at games that I bought but uh, I cannot speak today. So I am looking at games that I bought but never actually checked out. Like there are people who has this tendency to install a game when they bought it right away uh, and go to town with it. I'm not one of those guys. I typically uh, I typically sit on them and let them simmer for a while. And one such game, and actually I think this is my most recent purchase, is Gunner Heat PC, or GHPC as it is uh, often referred to because of the logo, and we are going to take a look at it. I think in a very easygoing manner, or I do hope, because here's the thing. I started uh, playing War Thunder uh, in last fall because I snapped and I felt like I need a game where I can drive around tanks. But let's be honest, it's a good game and everything, but it doesn't give me the experience that I am looking for. However, based on things that other people said, this one does. Um, and so I decided, yeah, let's go for it. It was on sale. I think I bought it during the winter sale or the autumn sale. I can't recall. It doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. The point is that I got it, and now we are looking at it. Now, keep in mind, this game is early access still, and also keep in mind that I think the understanding of how things work uh, in a game like that has nothing to do with War Thunder. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so here we are sitting in this. I think it's a BRDM, but don't quote me on that. Let's see. Change vehicle tab, drive up, aim, cruise control, ammo type, toggle optics, adjust range, utility, quick action, change view, C. Let's see. Oh no, it's a BTR. Alright, cool. How do we rotate the turret? Uh, drive up, aim, mouse button. Right. Oh, can it be that I am? Hold on. Huh? So, oh, that's shooting. Oh yeah, so with the right mouse button, you have to push it down. This actually does have some utility. Okay, so I feel like it doesn't really need to be uh, uh, okay. So yeah, no shifting or anything like that. So driving is pretty much arcade as it stands right now. Uh, okay, so we can change vehicles with tab. Uh, let's see something more. Uh, uh, let's see an M1 IP. Yeah, the good old M1 IP Abrams. Um, so yeah, this is whoa. What's his name? That no, because I am aiming downwards, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. So I go ahead and go that way and shoot. Oh my god! Wow, this is real serious. aim through the gun sight with left shift. So that's how. Aha. And yeah, and this way. Oh, I see. I wonder if you can cannibalize. Oh, that there is a. Oh, we have targets. Okay. I think that was short because I didn't. That was long. Here's the problem. I don't know these things. Like in 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 um, in War Thunder, you have the little green uh, cross that I use because I'm a filthy casual and I play in what's his name, in arcade for the most part. So we can supposedly we can laser target with E, but I don't see anything happening. Rangefinder, dump lead, adjust range, wheel up. Rangefinder means dump lead. Left control plus E. That doesn't do anything either. Yeah, that was short again. Yeah. So here's the thing. I think I will have to read all about it. Oh, so basically, if you leave it in a position, the turret stays that way, and the hull is moving so that you keep on that direction. Wow, that's interesting. Also, this ride is an 11th Cavalry Division tank. Nice. Anyways, let's try something else. At this point I'm mostly interested in how they look like and all that. Ooh, we have this. Wait a second. Nah, it doesn't have I thought it, because it said passive, I thought it has a what's its name? An era armor set, but it doesn't have one. EMP 1P Bradley, and also we have a. I think this was the latest iteration of the M60 tanks. the A3 TTS. Looking awesome with the Murdic pattern camo. Ah yeah, that was long. I think still a bit long. I couldn't tell for the life of me. Left control plus mouse. No, it fires, dude. I don't see how anything works. Finder. Nah, I cannot. Page up, page down. Oh, okay, so. That doesn't do diddly bow. So I think I will have to read about it and then get back to you guys. Yeah, BRB. So here's the deal. I checked out a quick tutorial. Well, it was a written one on Steam, and that was somewhat helpful, but not much. So I realized that in the range where you can test the different vehicles, you really don't see the difference that you make, because the projectiles just simply fly past those targets. Those are actually like transparent and all that. So I figured, why not go ahead and try out an actual mission, and this one is pretty, how to put it, pretty easy on you. Hold on a second, I need to try something, because Rob was criticizing War Thunder for this the other day. Let's see this. Oh yeah, so it's the same for the most part. Alright, so if all is well. Oh, that was, I tend to forget this. Yeah. Wait a second. No, that's not cool. Oh, that's this tree. Yeah, I see. Okay, we find ourselves. Where are we looking now? Oh yeah, we're very far from where we need to be. Yeah, those are.
Traverse left.
those are the.
Identified. Fire. Fire.
So someplace here we. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know what to make of this, but let's say we are more or less on target. So it's a Sabo that we have right now, but we really need heat because these are BRDMs. By any, yeah, that was way up. Uh, uh, the problem is that the dust or the it's really not dust. It's like smoke, propellant smoke. Blinds me when the bullet is flying out or the projectile is flying out the tube, and so I really don't see where it goes. Okay, so now we hit this one. Cool.
Target. Re-engage. Target. Next target. Gunner.
Okay, next target. Traverse left. I assume we have. We have targets. Oh yeah, there is one. You see? Okay. Hold on, we have one. Long. Still a bit long. This time I could see. So now we are out of heat. So with the next one, we have to stop and start restocking. And when you're restocking, basically your loader is moving up charges from the hull to the ready rack at the back of the turret, and so each countdown from 8 seconds is moving one projectile up to the ready rack so that it can be fired. Also, these tanks look pretty cool, I would like to point out. I already said that the verdict pattern paint job is really good, but all the little details, like look at the stowage, like yeah, actual I think these are already Molly backpacks, or are these still Alice? I don't know. And then you have like the carrying tubes for projectiles that obviously these are used up. So when ammunition is carried on trucks or other transportation vehicles, they are held in these. I think these are plastic tubes with those aluminum rings on them, and those are used by the crews to carry personal items ever so often, as far as I understand, or at least that was the practice in the Cold War era. Uh, you can see those uh, basically fixed on the bustle rack of the tanks all over the place. Yeah, so this tank is stowed for long-term engagement. And wow, the uh, the pin connectors and all of the things are just right. Well, here here in the sprocket they are a bit off, but oh well, like you know, it's okay. So we have been uh, restocking, and I think we are doing good. And this will be heat. Yeah, we have a heat. Cool. Uh, so this thing is on smokes, I think.
Doubtful. Re-engage. Doubtful.
Here's the
Re-engage.
thing, it doesn't tell you if it's actually uh, like you're actually short or long.
Doubtful. Re-engage. Doubtful.
So yeah, that's my problem. That every now and again you can hit them real nice, and then at other times it just, yeah, that was short. That was short, alright.
Doubtful. Re-engage.
Dude, that was dead on target. I have a feeling that this mission is somewhat bugged. Oh, we are out of heat. Hold on a second. Can we do a reload quickly? I mean, this is a bit strange because actually the loader can load the gun from the hull rack. It takes just a bit longer because they have to, you know, take out the load from the hull rack. But like, oh well. Okay, so we are good with restocking the ready rack.
Doubtful. Re-engage.
Your mother is doubtful.
Lock on heat. Doubtful. Re-engage.
You know what? We move a bit closer. I think it's over there on that field, just up ahead. Since we're out in the open as it is. When in doubt, change position.
Doubtful.
That's what my grandmother used to say, at least. Oh, you know what? Let's go with some sables now.
Doubtful.
It's completely wrong, but at this point I care very little. Oh, it's actually not in the closer field, but in the one far out. Let's move up next to that tree. I mean, the dude is on fire.
Doubtful. Re-engage.
You know what, we leave it alone. Yeah, so this is how it works. At this point, I have that one feeling that I had when I first tried spin tires back in the day, that it's not going really well, but it's going and it's working. So let's see.
Identified!
Oh,
Fire!
there we have a
Fire! On the
target.
way! Next target, gunner, Sable, PC! Identified! Fire! On the way!
Yeah, that wasn't a useful call out. So we absolutely. Oh yeah, we can ask for a sable. Cool.
Target! Engage! Target, ceasefire!
Okay. Ceasefire, it says. Yeah. So anyways, this is how it works. At this point, I have mixed results, but I feel like over time I can get really cool with it. Uh, so yeah, how about to close up this video, we go back to the range and we just take a look at all the vehicles that this game has to offer, and then that will be a nice closing out for the video. Yeah, let's do that. So here we are on the fields of Grafenwar. Yeah, but seriously, this place, the Grafenwar training grounds, are pretty famous. I think still today this is the headquarters of the US Army in Europe. But nonetheless, it's an important training ground for the NATO troops. So, as I promised, we're going to take a look at all the vehicles that are in the game. So this is one of these BMP type vehicles. I would say it's a BMP 60. However, since this is an NVA vehicle, so National Volksarmee, this is the East German Army. It's called an SPW-60BP, but the same difference, I would say. Then, of course, we have the BMP-1, which is like the tracked APC of the Warsaw Pact countries around the time in the Cold War era, and then it's in use in several places still. Like in the current war, they are utilized still, and I think us Hungarians, the Hungarian defense forces, still use them. Yeah. It basically it has like a, I don't know what the caliber is, like 30 or I don't know, so a low caliber gun, and then of course, as you can see, there is an ATGM on the turret. Later versions like the BMP2 and the BMP3 have uh, machine guns, not unlike the Bradley. This is of course the NATO equivalent of a BMP. Uh, it's a good old baseline Bradley here with a, I think it's a 20mm Bushmaster SMG, and I think that's a 30 cal next to it, and then it has two tow launchers. Nice, but I think it could have used the Murdic pattern paint job as well. And then another one of the of the APCs or IFVs for the NATO is the M113. This little boxy boy, which has fought in the Vietnam War, and variants of it are still in use today. It's actually being replaced with a turretless Bradley as we speak, and this one is coming in a nice Murdic pattern. It's looking good. We have some soft skin vehicles in the game, like if we start at the beginning, the good old UAZ 469, which is basically like the Jeep of the Americans. It's been widely used, and we have two very action-ready NVA soldiers sitting inside, as it's supposed to be. We also have a Ural truck. It's interesting that we get this one because it's the older version. It's the 375, and then I think at the time in the 80s we had the more updated version. I think that's not that huge of a mistake because they coexisted and were used simultaneously. Then the good old M923, which is like the updated version of the, I think it was M37, the previous version numbered, yes, but yeah, it's a nice old 5-ton truck, 5-ton truck. I cannot speak. And an equally battle-ready American soldier is sitting inside wearing a BDU uniform with the Pasget helmet. Nice. I think this is all the soft skins going through. Of course, we have. I don't know. I think this is stationary when you have a soldier with an ATGM. I wonder how these work, because you're supposed to have like, you know, you aim it. And then bam, dead on target. It's a wire guided one, just like the TOW. And it's the one on the BMP1. The BMP1P. Okay, so the Americans have the TOW. Of course, it needs no introduction if you know your yeah, there you go, dead on target. These things had a field day even now in Ukraine. These TOWs are never getting old. I mean, they are getting updated all the time, but yeah, good old fashioned ATGMs. So yeah, another wheeled light armored vehicle is the BRDM2. These are the ones that we were like shooting back on the field with the M60. These are basically like scout vehicles, lightly armored, amphibious, lightly armed as well, but they are good at, you know, like zooming around and picking out targets for more heavily armored people. Oh, we actually have the BMP2, which is like the updated version. As I stated, it no longer has that low caliber gun. It has an SM, or not an SMG, an MG. And it also has an ATGM, an updated version compared to the normal BMP1, which is here. Which again is rolling with the low caliber gun and with a different kind of ATGM, but it's the same difference. What does the Americans have to offer? Oh yeah, the Bradley and then the truck. In terms of light vehicles, now the Russian tanks, there is several of them actually. So like the oldest one in game is the T-55A, which it isn't really in Soviet livery, it's NVA, and I think everything here is NVA when it comes to the East Bloc. So yeah, the T-55 is probably one of the, if not the most ubiquitous tank in the world. Still used by many countries. I think Russia has fielded some of them in Ukraine out of the blue. So yeah, it's a good old. It's been like the mainstay, the backbone of East Bloc tank forces up until the like the mid 60s when the T-62 has appeared, which is not in the game probably just yet. Then we don't have a mainline or baseline T-72, but we have a T-72M, which was originally like the one version adopted by the Soviets. It has this door hinge thingy on its side, which I wonder if you can close. Let's see if we can do that. Not in the queue menu. Oh well, nothing like that. So yeah, it throws like this. Yeah, I think the T-72 needs no introduction. It has earned its stripes in several conflicts all around the world. It's got an autoloader, so unfortunately no funny German or Russian reloading callouts like the ones you can find in the or you can hear in the American tanks. Um, an upgraded version is the T72M1. Well, this is the visuals that I think most of us are used to, because most most tanks sold on the international market by the Russians bear these rubber side skirts, and not those weird thingies. In terms of firing and optics, it's for the most part the same as its older friend. There aren't that big differences uh, between the two. Oh, and yeah, there it ejects the stub. Nice, nice, nice. The stub. No, not that. It's tab. Yeah. And then of course we have the American tanks. We have already took a look at the M1 IP, which is IP means improved production. This bad boy has a bunch of things that later on were standard features on the M1A1 and were experimental at the time, like the bustle rack at the end of the turret. Uh, it already has the longer turret, which has additional armor up in front, uh, but it still carries the old-fashioned blast caps uh, on the ready ammo rack in the backside of the turret or on top of it, uh, and it also still has the 105 mm gun. Uh, so it was an interim stopgap version between the mainline M1 and the M1A1. That is probably the most well spread one. And here's the mainline or the original M1 as it was adopted in 1979. Of course, it was entered into service in 76, but the first units received it in 79. Uh, it's got somewhat shorter turret because the frontal armor is not as thick. Uh, it's important or interesting to know that at the time both this one and the M1 IP utilized Chobham armor acquired from the Brits, and then the depleted uranium composite armor appeared later on the M1A1. Um, yeah. Uh, and then of course we have uh, the two versions of the M60. The M61 Rise, which is like an older version, somewhat modernized in this case with the Rise and made more reliable. Uh, its reliability something something and system enhancement, I think what Rise stands for. And then here's the TTS, which is, as I stated, the latest iteration and the more modernized iteration of the M60. That was basically made to uh, to make up for the needs of modern time until the M1s arrived in larger numbers. Yeah, this is the lineup for the time being, but this game is early access still, so it's being uh, developed still, and new things are getting added like constantly. So if you have high hopes for this one, at this point in time it's not misplaced hope. I do have high hopes for it too. It definitely looks pretty good. Uh, Everything is really nice looking and awesome. Uh, it carries lots and lots of promise, and I stop it so that the engine noise and all that doesn't bother us. So the good part about this game is that once you get it, you have it, and there's that. It's not like you. It's not like you need to buy add-on packs or anything at this point, and it offers. There is a campaign, and there is instant action where you can play different scenarios, and I think this is the big positive over games like Words of Tank and War Thunder, that it lets you play on your own, lets you to get to know your vehicle, lets you to figure out interesting tactics, and it's not full of a bunch of uh, uh, super duper try hard people who are there to mostly break your game while they are having fun. And don't get me wrong, I understand that if someone doesn't like it, don't go there, but still, like, um, I do hope over time we can like bring in buddies and have some co-op fun. That would be pretty cool, because I know that then I could drag along Rob, uh, and that would be really nice. And I do hope it will expand in terms of offerings, like introducing the Brits and the West Germans would be cool. Maybe bringing in vehicles from different eras than the mid 80s, like maybe up until the early 90s or even beyond, and going back up until the beginning of the Cold War. Those would be really cool. Uh, yeah, but for the time being, this is what this game has to offer, and I think it's pretty cool as it is. But there is room for improvement, and I do have the optimistic outlook on the whole thing, and I do believe that we will get those improvements still. Yeah, all in all, it's a good one. Um, if you're looking for a tank game that is kinda sorta uh, arcadey, not as hard score simulation as what's its name, uh, a game that isn't really a game, but never mind. So it's kind of sort of, well, it's more simulation than World of Tanks. It can be slightly more simulation than War Thunder, but still arcadey enough for some level of enjoyment. I just need to learn to aim properly, I feel like. And it lets you play scenarios instead of being in that same kind of um, battle royale type deal um, that War Thunder offers. And I know there are alternative modes, but those aren't as well fleshed out. Uh, yeah, so that's my take on this game. Anyways, thank you for hanging out, and see you in the next time. Until then, TTFN.